Morning everyone, and welcome back to the Runpreneur vlog, where we discuss all things entrepreneurship and running. It's another fresh morning today. It's -1 degrees, or feels like -1 degrees, but it's sunny, not too windy, so pretty decent winter running conditions. And it's a Saturday summary today, which is where we discuss the weekly highs and lows as a journey of a serial entrepreneur. And please remember, if you like this episode, you should give it a like and a subscribe. So let's get started. So, be a short episode today, not a great deal to report. It's still, I know that you're seeing this probably mid-January, but this is still at the back end of the Christmas holidays when I'm recording it live. It's actually the 2nd of January today when I'm recording it. So I've been off for the best part of 2 weeks, which has been lovely. I've done my best to do as little work as possible, which I've succeeded in, which is good. And stuff has still happened, or still small amounts of stuff has happened, which is positive. You know that you're doing something right if things still progress when you're not working, which is always a good test. But the first thing we start with today is the low point, really, because there's been a pretty tough low every day over the Christmas holidays, and it's been revolving around this running vlog, actually, which is quite interesting. Let me just go past this lady. Morning. And the challenge has been that festive season, when everybody's a bit lazy, a bit more chilled, the kids are just wanting to play and everything, and I'm still having to come out and do this running vlog. It's been hard. I've been having more late nights than I'm out, lack of routine, eating pretty poor food over the festive season, and this vlog has been really difficult to motivate myself to do, and I'm normally so self-motivated, but it has tested me beyond what I imagined over the festive season. So I'm a little bit looking forward to getting back to normality, where more of a routine, because it is hard coming out for these runs over the festive season when everybody else is kind of chilling. I know there's a lot of people running as well, but if you're doing it every single day, your kids are up and wanting to play games and stuff with you, and I'm just going, oh sorry guys, I've got to go out and do my vlog run in the brutally cold weather. We've had quite a lot of rain as well, so it's been a lot of days where I've been running in pretty poor conditions. So that's the low of the week. The running motivation is at an all-time low. Hopefully tomorrow's episode, where I'm talking about my running challenges for 2021, will hopefully be something good to get me back into the motivated mindset of a runner. But at the moment, running motivation is pretty low, so that's a big low for the week. So the rest of the stuff in terms of business, I'll talk to you about high, actually, and this is an interesting high, because some people would see it as a negative, but I don't. I see it as a positive, in the fact that my kids have been out with me quite a few times over the Christmas period, which is great. I've got a little bit of a incentivization scheme in place for them, because I'm on a mission to keep them active and keep them in good health and good spirits. I think exercise is a massive part of that. Let me just go past these people 1 second. Morning. How you doing? You alright? So I've incentivised them by paying them 20p a kilometre for coming out on the bike when I run. They're not going to do it every day, and I don't expect them to do that, but I've also put them on a bit of a scheme whereby after 50 kilometres it goes to 25p, 100 kilometres it goes up to 30p, and it keeps going up, so they can rack up some money to go and spend it on what they want to do by being active, which I think is pretty cool. And they're actually sparking a bit of competitiveness between themselves as well, which is also interesting. But the other thing that was positive as well is they've obviously been out seeing me vlog so often now, they want to do their own vlogs. And I said, well look, I don't really want you to do that in the public view, because I want to protect them a little bit, but I'm happy to let them do some episodes on my vlog, So it'll be additions to what I already do anyway. But I think it's quite a lot of stuff that I talk about. I'm always intrigued to hear my children's thoughts, because it's like the eyes, looking through the eyes of a 6-year-old, for example, is quite interesting and exciting. And you know what? They do come up with some absolute gems. When you're talking about serious stuff, they'll have a completely different perspective on it. And even though, obviously, taking their age out of the equation, some of it really makes sense. And I think there's a real beauty in the simplicity of saying it exactly as they see it. And it's been quite enlightening for me to hear their views. So in 2021, I'm looking to get them to do some more episodes. It will be led by them. I'm going to get a little interview. I think this microphone's pretty good. It picks up their voices pretty well, but I can get a kind of an interview style mic, so I can actually hold it to them to try and make sure the sound is up to standard. But that's a big positive. And I think they've actually been spending time writing out all the topics they want to talk about, and some of it will be very relevant to what I do. Some of it will be anything but you know what, I bet you any amount of money they get more views than I do, but we'll see. So that's another positive. These are all kind of cool things that have happened just from spending some quality time with your family. So back to business, and to give you the weekly updates, I'll go through in order of business again. Property Empire Investments, nothing's happened. We have a big management meeting on Monday, which is where we'll discuss the issues we've had from a personnel front and try and get some form of resolution to that. And the second half of that meeting will be planning for the new year. And January December we had our lowest revenue month. I think we took about $6,000 in December for Property Empire Investments, where our best month was, I think, 45. So you can clearly see how a drop in revenue in December. And the target is to have a 20k month in January, and we've got some new strategies and stuff to introduce. So again, that'll be quite exciting. Property Empire Builder, again, my business partner Jack has been working on the modules as the 2 Squared Academy commences on Monday, which is super exciting, but there's still lots of work to be done for him to get ahead of the game with the module releases. So he's probably been doing a bit of work over Christmas, and I think they're meeting today on just getting everything ready to launch. But the positives are that the kind of sales funnel has still been trickling in a flow of new clients. I think we've had maybe 7 or so over the Christmas period. Might not seem like a lot, but that's an extra £350 of recurring income every month, and there's been no work gone into that. Maybe a few pieces of content that's been published on social platforms, but still pretty impressive that we're still trickling over sales in an automated fashion, which I am so excited for what's going to show in the new year. So that's been positive. The property business, you wouldn't believe it, I dropped an absolute clanger towards the back end of last year. I didn't renew my passport or driving license in time, and typically we have refinance going through on the block of flats that I've been working so hard on, and I don't have a driving license or a passport, so I had to scramble to get those off for renewal back end of last year. So hopefully within the next week or so I'll get those back so we can get that refinance over the line by the middle of the month. So that's a little bit frustrating that I've dropped a clanger and didn't realise that my driving licence and passport, would you believe, had both expired, which is scary considering I missed that. Just goes to show the lack of holidays we've experienced during COVID, otherwise I would have picked that up a long time ago. But anyway, the rest of the property business has just ticked over through Christmas with the Christmas season with touch wood, not too many issues by all accounts, or the team have dealt with them without my knowledge, which is also super cool. So all in all, I'd say it's been fairly positive. There's no issues that have kind of come to fruition. Then sometimes you have to say, you know what, that's a good thing. So that's the property business. The Runpreneur vlog, January's content plan's been done, so I'm into that already now. Some big meetings coming up on that business this week as we aim to put the first beta tester through the system, and that will kind of happen over the next week or two. So that's super exciting, and then we'll be looking to launch from kind of February time. So I'm super stoked about that. Interestingly, you know, I'm still doing the vlog daily, and the guys are still getting the content out there because they've got ahead of the game in advance of Christmas. Now, a lot of them have taken some downtime from the team, which was needed, and I wanted everybody to take some downtime over the festive season. But to still have everything moving forwards, all the content still going out there every day, is super cool, especially considering how it's through the festive season. Everybody's on kind of limited capacity. So that I'm super stoked about as well. Property Empire Construction and Maintenance, the furniture supply company has provided its first two orders over the festive season to some of the refurbs we've been working on. So we're super excited about that because we're going to start selling that stuff independently as well in the new year, which is pretty cool. The construction and maintenance side, in terms of the refurbishments, as you can probably guess, have taken a bit of a stall over the Christmas season, but we should have them back up and running next week, which is cool. So I mean, all in all, it's been pretty good when you factor in that I've done next to zero work other than the vlog. It's been pretty cool. It's been a really nice break. I've spent a huge amount of time with the kids and the family, walking. Didn't really see the extended family much at all because of obviously the rules and regulations, but it's been lovely with the family, and a really nice recharge, and it's been far less stressful than any previous Christmas and New Year has been. So I'm getting ready, coming back to work on Monday with some new kind of inspiration, some excitement, a little bit nervousness as well, because when you've spent a couple of weeks of doing very little, you feel a bit guilty and you think, oh, what am I going to be walking into? But all in all, it's been a good week. So it's actually been a useful episode today from a selfish perspective, because I thought I'd be talking, oh, I've done nothing, it's been pretty negative. But when you actually break things down, there's been quite a lot of positive things that have happened, and I haven't been involved, which is amazingly cool, because once a lot of my work is finished on these businesses next year, I'll be taking more and more of a back seat, and it'll be more and more important for these things to keep ticking over without me, which is I'm super excited about. So that's pretty much it today. So if I was going to summarise, the highs of the week are running more with my kids, getting them on an incentivisation plan to run more kilometres throughout 2021, which has been super cool. To also have them wanting to do their own vlog episodes and introduce that into my content in the new year, I'm super excited about for them, but also it's another nice thing to do with my children. In terms of business positives, there's a car coming behind me, so let me just let this car go past. In terms of business positives, Property Empire Builders still had 7 or 8 sales over the festive season in a completely automated fashion. The Runpreneur vlog has kind of got through the break without any disruption, which again is super cool. And we're gearing up for some exciting stuff in 2021. The negatives are, I've got a personnel mediation meeting on Monday, which is going to be a little bit of a sour start to the year, but I want to get a line drawn under it, done and dusted, so that we can move on from it, and that will hopefully be in place on Monday, and then we can start working on the planning side, which is and the execution, which is more exciting. The Property Empire Investments, or Property Empire Construction and Maintenance, has slowed inevitably because of the festive season, so we're looking to speed that up in the new year. But by and by, not too many negatives, to be honest with you, and I thought there'd be a lot more. My running motivation is at an all-time low, but getting back into the routine, and I'm talking about my running challenges for 2021. Tomorrow So hopefully that will get some inspiration and some reinvigorate myself back into running form. So that's pretty much it for me today. As always, if you've got any questions, drop me a comment. I'll respond to every one. If there's a bigger question, I'll still respond, but I'll do a separate vlog episode and tag you in. If it's not relevant to you, just unfollow me on your social feeds. You don't need to unfriend me, but you can unfollow me. It will stop cluttering up your social feeds. But before you go, do check out and make sure you subscribe to the Runpreneur YouTube channel, as just because today's episode might not be relevant, I talk about a separate topic on each day of the week, and they're all catalogued nice and neatly into playlists. So hopefully there'll be something that is very relevant to you in the YouTube channel, and it's all catalogued nice and neatly by playlist. So please check that out. Also check out the Facebook Runpreneur community group, where I'm starting to host all of our free resources. The first one being the 70-step process to repurposing, reformatting and optimizing your social content across all social media platforms to be omnipresent. So if you are looking to put more content out there in the new year, you want to see how I do it, then check out that completely free resource, and hopefully you'll find that super useful. So all that's left to say is that the Runpreneur blog was set up to help entrepreneurs and business owners overcome the emotions of stress, anxiety and overwhelm by using exercise, and in my case running, as a release mechanism to relieve that pressure, to relieve that stress and overwhelm and anxiety, and allow you to get clarity and focus to move on and thrive in these conditions rather than break down. If you don't have a release mechanism to manage these emotions that every single entrepreneur and business owner experiences, then one of two things will happen. One, the entrepreneur will have a breakdown. Number two, the business will break down. Unfortunately, either or can often be terminal to the likelihood of your business lasting the test of time. And I've been there before. I've lost multiple businesses because of this. I call it entrepreneurial pride, where stuff's going wrong and you just bottle it all up. You bury your head in the sand, you don't talk, you don't release it, and hence you just struggle with entrepreneurial freezing. And as a result, everything crumbles around you and you lose businesses, you lose business partnerships, and I was almost bankrupt. So I know what it's like, and it's a horrible, horrible place to be. So my pledge to you is, if you are struggling with entrepreneurial pride, where you feel you're bottling all this up yourself, you've got no one to talk to or turn to, drop me a message. There's absolutely no catch here, by the way. I'm not selling anything. All I want to do is try and give you a few tips and hints on how to get you back onto the pathway to success, because this running vlog and the running every day is my release mechanism, and as a result I've got more on my plate than I've ever been, but I completely feel in control, and I don't feel overwhelmed, I don't feel anxious or massively under stress. You get little moments, but that's just normal, but by and by it's completely under control. And if I can share these hints and tips with you to make a difference to your life, and it helps just one entrepreneur or saves one business, then this vlog has been 1,000,000% worthwhile. So don't be stubborn, reach out if you need some help. So that's it today. As always, if you like this episode, please give it a like, a comment and subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you want to see more similar content, please check out the playlist link below. And as always, I'll leave you with stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow.